If you're like me, you probably haven't had much experience owning a dog before. I had a dog when I was 3 or something like that, but she unfortunately passed away before my dumb butt was conscious enough to remember. So for a majority of my life, I've been dogless. Until now! Back during the summer, me and my family went to for a kids rescue shelter to start doing some volunteer work, which actually meant playing with the dogs and not doing any actual hard work. We would show up every weekend or so and play with mainly puppies who were very bitey, to say the least, and it was great. But there was one dog who we played with who was different. A completely different vibe, if you get what I mean. When we walked into the building where the dogs were for the first time, there was a lot of barking, but one stood out to me. Off to the left of the door we entered was a crate about my eye level, and inside was a dog with a really low, gravelly bark. The name that the staff there had given this dog was Celia, and by complete chance, she was a full-bred French bulldog. She was given to fur kids a couple of months before we started volunteering there, and her origins up until that point are relatively unknown. But the first time I had seen her, I knew this was the dog for us. And so we would visit every week or so, play with her for 30 minutes, some other dogs for similar time maybe, and on rare occasion do the actual work. Slowly and slowly, my parents became attached to this dog in the same way me and my brother had, until one day, my parents did a little behind the scenes work and put us on an adoption list for her. And now there is a dog in my house. Having a dog is an interesting experience. I mean, all dogs are a new experience, I know that, but wow is it odd having a dog now. See, Celia, we kept her name by the way, is a very needy dog. If she sees you anywhere within the house, she will run to her nearest toy, grab it, and run to you looking to play. If you don't play with her, she will do one of two things. Sit there and pout like you just told her she's adopted, or bark her lungs out like someone just broke into the house. On that note actually, Celia is a very defensive dog. If she sees any stranger or dog other than herself, she will bark like hell. She'll just sit there at the window and bark until they're gone, and if she's on a leash, oh man, you better have the strength of Kratos himself, because despite her small stature, she will drag your face through the concrete if given the chance. It's just like, Jesus Christ, calm down, it's a damn chihuahua. It literally can't do anything except shake faster than a maraca. She also loves sitting with you for cuddles, and I even let her on my bed sometimes to, oh god damn it. Anyways, here are some random pictures of her. If you look closely, you'll notice that one of her ears is always at its side, and that's for a very specific reason actually. You see, at Fur Kids, it was noticed that Celia had a tumor growing out of her right ear that was big enough to be seen outside of it, so she needed to have an ear ablation. This procedure in basic terms means she had to have her entire ear canal removed, meaning she is actually deaf in her floppy ear and also has some paralysis on the right side of her face. But despite that, she is still a very loving pupper who has persevered and adapted perfectly and is now going on with life as if nothing happened, living happily as can be. And she's not just any dog now, but my dog. Hey, if you watched this far in the video, I know it's going to be like a really short video, really thank you. The support on the last video has been incredible and very euphoric to see, and it makes me want to keep making content. Thank you so much for that. And I definitely plan on doing more aviation stuff in future videos, but maybe not for a little bit, just so I can think of ideas or just, I don't know, give myself a break from it. But if you have any ideas, you can, tell me in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video or have any kind of criticism of it or any ways I could improve in my script, my animation, my whatever, please tell me. I would love to see what you guys have to say. And aside from that, have a good rest of your day, take care of yourself, and, live well.